Thank you for coming, join the teaching, Phowa teaching. So tonight, actually, I'm going to focus for the Phowa transformation and reading transformation and the short practice together, if we get time. So the Phowa transformation is actually have to go through by the teaching explanation together. So that's the core Phowa transformation. Usually Phowa, we didn't have a separate, like something empowerment, you know. Other sadhanas, like when you going to practice, then you can receive the empowerment to, you know, the going to practice the sadhana, yadam deity. So this Phowa is usually we call Phowa transformation. We don't have empowerment specific, Phowa empowerment, we don't have it like that. It's called Phowa transformation. The Phowa transformation is have to go through the teaching together. That is called Phowa transformation. Actually, generally, Gachin Rinpoche, he already shared the Phowa, general Phowa, everything. So he already talked day before, in the Sunday. So every practice is a Phowa. So, you know, every practice is a sheto, right? So this is he already shared the teachings generally. So this is a go to specifically teaching. It's called Digong Phowa Jatsokma. Tonight I'm going to share that teaching for you. Actually, each lineage has Phowa. Then even one lineage has many different kind of Phowas. Due to the, you know, it's a teacher, so tertuns and yogis, they create many different kind of Phowas. Even one lineage has many different kind of Phowas. So actually all the Phowa main point, the essence is the same thing, no much difference. The difference is only lineage difference and some slightly different visualizations, difference. So this is a Digong Phowa Jatsokma, is the have to share through the, you know, like with the transformation together. So then you're going to receive this Phowa, so you can visualize, you know, yourself is Vajja Yogini. And when you receive the teaching, is from like you visualize through from the like your root guru or Buddha Amitabha, something like that. You can visualize wherever you live, places like just visualize purely, you know, not in pure place. So, or we have to transform in pure perception, to transform to the pure perception, then receive teaching is much benefit. So this Phowa is called Phowa Jatsokma, means the kush grass. When people practice a Phowa, the kush grass put into the crown, and the kush grass like go into the crown because your crown is opening up. That's why the sun is kush grass push into the crown, your crown, kush grass go into the crown. When you have that, so that means you have Phowa sun of the Phowa. Some people practice Phowa 7 days. So who practice 7 days mostly have the sons. And some people even no practice, when they receive the Phowa teaching transformations, they also have sometimes a son too. So that is also dependent individual. So then this, like, you know, I'm going to share with you all the followed by the history together. Standard bloods of grass through which one can attain enlightenment without meditation. So this Phowa Jatsokma is called without meditation, still you can become enlightenment. So without meditation, enlightenment means without example, mindful meditation, shamatha meditation, without that, still you can enlightenment. Meditation, it means like actually really general words. So I think this is a go to the specific for shamatha meditation. Maybe we can say without a shamatha meditation, still you can reach to the Buddhahood. You know, actually this Phowa also meditation too, because you have to visualize all these deities, Yidam deity. So that's also meditation too. But this means no method, without meditation you can enlightenment. The meaning is without shamatha meditation you can enlightenment. It is very difficult to attain the precious human body. So here required to share the precious forethought meditation before this teaching. So this I just told you Phowa, we didn't have a specific empowerment. So this is the same as the empowerment transmission. When you receive the empowerment, also required to receive the forethought meditation first. Forethought meditation practice first, then you're going to receive the empowerment. So like that. That's why here, before the Phowa, you have to visual, you know, cultivate this forethought meditation. First is it's very difficult attain the precious human body, and having attained it, one must realize it to reach Buddhahood through the proper hearing, contemplation, and meditation of the precious teachings. So we know it's very hard to receive the, or you know, like reborn to the precious human body. That's also like with I shared this dream part last week, Saturday, Sunday. So there also you can, you know, I mean, you understand very clearly how hard to reach to the precious human body. You know, like you reborn to the precious human body, not easy. So other, like say that time we talked about the last week as Pardo Bain, who was in, his name is Dorji Jams, he was in the Pardo. So he can find other body, you know, impure homes. He can take rebirth, but he cannot find spiritual home. So I think this required like precious human body means spiritual home means like connect with the Dharma. Someone connect with the Dharma. So that kind of life is human body life is not easy to get. So once we get, you know, human body, then you know, if you really practice the Dharma, you can one lifetime reach to the Buddhahood. Specifically, actually, also if you have Phowa teaching, you can reach to Buddhahood one lifetime. So then, so main point is one must realize it to reach Buddhahood through proper hearing. So first you have to hearing teaching. Then what you have to hear the teaching is a contemplation. So you have to use intellectual cultivating. And then you have to meditate and meditation over precious teachings. Even if one has attained human birth, it can be sudden end without warning. So that means like we have to also cultivate impermanent too. Precious human body is very hard to get, but easily lost. So we recognize that, you know, human being body is hard to get, but easily lost. Is so many causes of death. Because of the overwhelming power of laziness and the postponement of our practice, one's life ends without one even realizing it. So due to our, you know, laziness and also, you know, postponement of the practice of Dharma. So we always thinking about, oh, I cannot do today, so oh, I can do tomorrow. Like example, today you see the Phowa, you know, teaching advertisement, or you see the program, so you think, oh, today I cannot go, but next time when it comes, I'm going to do that. So when the next time comes again, So you don't have time to do again because you think, oh, today I don't have time. I have to be with my family. I have to be with the friends, or I have to go out. I have to preparing next week something. You're going on another something. So like that way, then you don't get opportunity to practice Dharma, because then that way it's become slowly our life is going to end. So because life is then so short, our life is not that too long, and the galloping mara of death is so quick. So death of mara comes very quickly, and our short life is very short. When we're born, then starting that day is close to the death. Not it's going to get long life and a long life. So, but we don't recognize that. We think, oh, I'm going to get, next life. Always we think next is going to better. Prepare for always, next. But then we don't recognize its life is gone. That's when we understand, but we don't really contemplate. How many people died, last year due to coronavirus, and in this year. So we usually think, oh, this is for others, not us. But it's also, we are part of the same community. That's come to us too. We don't know when we die. So life is very short. Anyways, here it says, galloping mara of death is so quick. When death comes, we have no escape. So that's we recognize. When death comes, no one can escape from the death. Then death comes also have two things reason. I share the dream of Pardo. So the Pardo being the guy who his name is Dorje Jamsi. When he died, so he told his brother, I'm not finishing my life, but due to my obstacle, it's the village, the girl who bring the disease in the village. That's why I died, he said. So that's why he wanted to go back to reborn human being. That's also the main point is when we die means like two reasons die. One is like due to the obstacle. One is like 100% end of the life. So that's two reasons dying. So anyway, death is, we cannot escape that death. You cannot see anyone escape from the death. So every sentient beings like every sentient beings is like to go through the death. No one free from death, right? Even this all the powerful kings and even like realizers, everyone is a pathway. The showing is no one can escape the death. We have to escape. We have to escape it and go on to the next. We have to accept it and go on to the next life. So we have to accept death is coming for us. We have to accept that. We cannot escape that. At this time, neither your accumulated wealth, nor your dear ones, nor your cherished body, nothing can help except the precious teachings. See, when death comes, then only our company is precious practice teachings, Dharma. So no one can accompany us. So even like precious, our own body also cannot come together with us. So when we born, we have a body come together, but when we die, bodies go separate. So then what is come with us? Who is our company? It's only our company is the, virtuous deeds and the non-virtuous deeds. So virtuous deeds is helps us in the Pardo, take to the right directions, but no virtuous deeds is, causes suffering in the Pardo, future life. That's why the company is only the positive karma. In the precious teachings, then the precious teaching helps. So that is the Lord Buddha Shakyamuni taught. the Buddha Shakyamuni talk is Dharma. The Dharma is suited for the different levels of understanding and the different disposition of all beings. So Dharma has so many different teachings. That teaching or the teachings is like dependent for individuals. Because everyone has a different kind of dispositions, capacities. So this Phowa also, people need a different capacity. Some other, even some is like Buddhists, like who follow the Buddha's teachings, but some don't accept the Phowa teachings because they don't have a capacity too. Some become Buddhists right away. They really want to Phowa teaching. They really love this teaching. They want to only practice this teaching. So that means they have connections, they have their capacity. So that Phowa teaching help for that person too. So that's why Buddha Shakyamuni shares so many teachings, according to the dispositions, different levels. So Buddha shared like teaching is all beings like through Shavaka yanas, hearers, Pakika yana, solitary realizers, and Mahayana Bodhisattva practices. So all the different level three yanas. I don't have time to like go details these three yanas. So next time we can go study more deeper, more detail. Go to detail these three yanas. The Mahayana consists of the Hetuyana, cause, and the Paliyana, fruit. The Hetuyana or Sutrayana consists of all the practice without the Tantra initiations. So then this Mahayana teaching has two different levels. Mahayana teaching has, Sutra tradition and Vajrayana tradition, so two traditions. And the Sutraya tradition is kind of the cause. Vajrayana tradition is kind of more result. So the teaching, when you receive like that, sharing the teaching is like that. Vajrayana is just talk about a directly result. Sutrayana tradition is more go to the cause. So then, so Vajrayana teaching also, has Tantra initiation is empowerment, use in empowerment. And Palayana or Vajrayana, there are many means, paths to attain enlightenment through the arising and the completion practices. And then this Vajrayana teaching has so many different levels too. So it's the use different method, because it's helps different, individually need different guide. So that's why Vajrayana teaching so many different methods. Also, Vajrayana teaching is a kind of more individual teachings, specific individual teachings. Mahayana teachings more general teachings, suit for everyone. So Vajrayana teachings for God, for individual teachings means like this. That's why you look to the history. These teachers is a guide like few people, practitioners, the guide, what they need. The teacher knows what they need, and then they share that teaching. So that teaching is not shared for others, because they're not suited for others. That's why it's more, Vajrayana teaching is more kind of for individual levels, where teaching means like individually sharing. So then, but one must diligently practice over a period of time before one can realize one's the Buddhahood. So Vajrayana teaching, someone who really put effort to practice one lifetime can be Buddhahood. The reason is just I told you, Vajrayana teaching is teacher guide specifically students. That's why, and the teacher knows what the student really needs, specifically guide, and that's why one lifetime can reach Buddhahood. That's why see Marpa Lota, he guide Malarepa specifically, giving teaching and guide him. so he knows what he need exactly. So he don't do the same as the other student. What he did in Malarepa, he don't do the other student same as what he did in the Malarepa. So that is called the Vajrayana teaching, specifically guide the students. And then that way you can, one lifetime you can reach to Buddhahood. So say think about Marpa Losa, he giving teachings to Malarepa, he give him so hardship. Marpa Losa give it to so hardship Malarepa. You cannot say, oh, that's all Vajrayana teachers does students like that. You cannot say like that, right? This is because due to individual guide. That's the example. Sometimes the teachers, give you suggestion yourself. That keep yourself, your mind. You don't have to share for others, because the teacher knows what you need. Then they share you. Then you have to do that. But you heard that. Then you say, "Oh, teacher told me that," so you also have to do that. Then that is become wrong. So then that is not suitable for others. Okay. So you have to follow like that way Vajrayana teaching. And if you go to see the doctor, like doctor give you your medicine, doctor knows what your sickness, what your illness problem. So doctor give you medicine. You have to eat that medicine. But if someone have illness, someone has a sick, so you say, oh, take that medicine. Oh, doctor give me, you also eat this medicine. That is wrong, right? Incorrect. That person have to see the doctor what they need. Okay, so like that, Vajrayana teaching. In the Vajrayana, the Phowa practice is the most direct and the quickest path for one to achieve enlightenment. The Phowa is the very, quickly reach to the Buddhahood. Very special method, using special method. It is said that even the heaviest of sinners has a chance for enlightenment through the practice of Phowa. Someone who did the strongest non-virtuous deeds in the life, during the life, if the person received the Phowa teaching and really put practice effort, give up everything, worldly activity, 100% focus and practice Phowa, the person also can be reach Buddhahood too. So that is you can see in this story, they are the teachings for one to become enlightened. But I have a teaching Phowa that offers enlightenment without meditation, said Marpa, the great translator and the father of the Kagyu lineage. So Marpa Losa says, when he come back to in Tibet, he shared that way, he says, they have so many different kind of teachings to go take to the enlightenment. But he said, I have one teaching that offer enlightenment without a meditation. So without a meditation means you have to go through very difficult way to practice step by step. Even you don't go through that way, still you can enlightenment. So that's what Marpa Losa said. The Phowa Jatsoma. So today I'm going to share with you Phowa Jatsoma. The standing grass blood lineage is one of the precious Phowa practices. This Phowa is lineage is precious. So that's why in Tibet, so many different lineages. Everyone has a Phowa. But when Digong Phowa means everyone, almost in Tibet, everyone knows Digong Phowa means. So everyone wanted to receive Digong Phowa. That Phowa is the most popular Phowa in the Tibet. So the reason is it's called the precious Phowa. This Phowa is lineage is one of the precious. That's why it's special. And the now is going into this the history, this Phowa history. In the 8th century, the Dharma king of Tibet, Chijal Trisong Debsing, invited the great Indian painter master Guru Pema Sambhava to Tibet, and they built the Samye monastery. So 8th century Pema Sambhava is, the King Tuzong Depzi invited to in Tibet. So they created Samye monastery. That is the first monastery in Tibet. Then Guru Pema Sambhava gave many Tantra teachings to the king and his subjects. So during this time, Guru Pema Sambhava was residing in Chimpu Cave. Means like Samye Chimpu is some people I know. We have a lot of people here today, so I know some people went there. It's in Tibet, where is the Samye monastery. So the Velu is in the all the way go up to in the Velu. They're called Chimpu, Samye Chimpu. Pema Sambhava stayed there many years. The Chimpu Cave in the western end of Samye. When important minister of the king, Nyama had a tragedy. Tragedy means, King Tuzong Depzi he has minister. So the minister, his name is Nyama. The Nyama has a tragedy. Nyama, who had 2 palaces and was in the process of moving from one to the other, was picking some belonging by the light of a lantern, when a small spark caused a fire which instantly burned down the whole palace. So Nyama, he has 2 palaces and he has 2 homes, so he's going to get something in the basement. So usually in Tibetan culture, in the basement, they put lots of food, butter, so like that kind. And during that time, no torch, no electricity, So they use the kind of like lantern. I think it's like in the wool stick, and then they bend something, then put in the butter liquid. Use that go see the nighttime is go into the dark room. You can see what you need to pick up. So he used that, and then that lighting is fire is a catch to other things. Then his horse is burned out. So then by the light of a lighting, when a small spark caused a fire which instantly burned down the whole palace, tragically killing 13 people, including his parents. So in the house has 13 people, everyone dead, and include his father and mother. They not only the human beings or his horses, mollies, cattle, and other animals also perished in the fire. So everyone is human beings, animals, or is burned, is dead. Fire. So Minister Nyama thinking the love and respect that others showed their parents. So every other people respect to their own parents. He felt that he had committed the heaviest of sins by causing the death of his parents and others. So he think everyone take care of their own parents. I cared my parents. So I did the strongest, the non-virtuous as deeds. So then he think that he's so much suffering. So they say he went into the really darker room. He don't want to come out. He don't want to eat. So he's so much suffering. Then the king, desiring to end the suffering of his minister, so King Tuzong Depzi, he tried to help him, but he really cannot help him to, release his suffering. So King Tuzong Depzi, then he went to Samye Chimpu, see the Pema Sambhava. So King Tuzong Depzi went to Chimpu cave to request the help of Pema Sambhava. He asked help Pema Sambhava. So Pema Sambhava by miraculously, power went to the Pure Land to see Buddha Amitabha. Then Pema Sambhava, he used his, miraculously power, means like, I think he just went into his own samadhi meditation. Go through that, he went into the Buddha Amitabha Pure Land. So Pema Sambhava see the Buddha Amitabha. He told Buddha Amitabha about the suffering of Minister Nyama. So then Pema Sambhava asked Buddha Amitabha help to Minister Nyama. And of all sentient beings, and asked Amitabha to give a special teaching to free them all from suffering. So Pema Sambhava requests to Buddha Amitabha, help to Minister Nyama and help for all other beings who have suffering. Buddha Amitabha gave this Phowa teaching to Pema Sambhava. Then Buddha Amitabha giving this Phowa for the Pema Sambhava and instructed that it should only be given to Minister Nyama for the time being. So Buddha Amitabha told the Pema Sambhava, you give this Phowa transmission is only Minister Nyama because due to the time, not ready to benefit others. Pema Sambhava, through miraculous power, then come back to Chimpukhet in Samye and give this teaching to Minister Nyama. So then Pema Sambhava come back to in the Samye from the Pure Land, Buddha Amitabha Pure Land. He gave this teaching for Minister Nyama. Pema Sambhava didn't give the king to Songdep and other, like ministers, even the request, he didn't give anyone. Only he gave it for Minister Nyama because Buddha Amitabha instruction. Buddha Amitabha told the Pema Sambhava, only you can give it to Minister Nyama. Then Minister Nyama, who give up all worldly activities to practice the Phowa. So he give up all the worldly activities. Minister Nyama, he has very strong renunciations due to his mistake. Means like his tragically, he mistake and accidentally killing his parents. So that's why he give up everything in the worldly activity. He has 100% focus practice Phowa for his life. So that's also, see, when you practice Phowa, you need practice forethought meditation. So Minister Nyama, he has that. That's why he can give up all this worldly activity, everything. Long as you have very strong renunciation to samsara, practice Phowa, then everyone can reach to Buddha Amitabha Pure Land. So no, we cannot say, I have Phowa teaching, I can reach to Buddha Amitabha because we have still attachment to in this samsara. We are desire to the samsara things. So we don't have 100% renunciation. We cannot give up, all this worldly activity to focus, practice Phowa. So that's also thing about, sometimes we think, I have Phowa teaching, when I die, no problem. But Phowa teaching is great, you have. But then also you have to think about yourself. 100% want to go to Buddha Amitabha Pure Land when we die. So you have that kind of strong intention, we need that kind of strong intention. So then when we die, that time also we record this meditation ourselves. Visualize. If we cannot visualize even ourselves, so must we visualize the Buddha Amitabha our own throne. So that also helps during the lifetime you practice Phowa. When we die, dissolution time, you focus, your own throne, visualize the Buddha Amitabha on your throne. so that person can, can reach to Buddha Amitabha Pure Line. So the reason is like when we die, so wherever you focus, mind is going to leave that direction. Long as your mind is leave on your chrome, that then going to the Buddha Amitabha Pure Line. If your mind is leave the other doors, then it's go to the 6 realms. That's the reason. Some other poet, lineage, 6 yoga naropa power. They use the different symbols put into all these other doors. We have 9 doors. So we have to close the 9 door, open up Chrome door. That's why other power, the practicing, they put syllables in the 2 eyes, 2 nose, mouth, and the 2 lower part of the open place. They put the syllables and close the doors, and then open the Chrome door. So that's another power tradition. But this one, they're not required to do that. I'm just sharing you the different some information what other power has when visualize practice, So focus Chrome is most important. Minister Nyama, so he give up everything. Then he eventually realized it. So then when he ready to die, like his life or practice power, he get realized, actualized through the path of power. Minister Nyama's consciousness attain the pure line, and when death come, many different signs appear like rainbows in the sky and relics from his body. So when he died, many good signs arise because many rainbow in the sky, relics come from his body. His consciousness went to the Buddha Amitabha Pure Line. The text was hidden in the Black Mandala Lake, which is at the backside of the Thala Gampo here. So then this text, Pema Sambhava gave to only Minister Nyama. He write down the palm leaf of the tree, use the paper, and he put finger something here and get the ink from his ring finger. Then he pick up the Dakini, Yishin Soja's hair, use the pen and write down all this teaching in the palm leaf. Then he used the nine protections, 9 different levels protections. So he put in the hidden text. He take to this text is the text was hidden in the Black Mandala Lake, which is at the backside of the Thala Gampo here. Means Thala Gampo here is the Gampo Pass monastery, the mountain where the monastery, I think that area somewhere. The Naga King Tsunarena asked to be the guardian of this text and was told by Pema Sambhava that the future in the incarnation of Minister Nyama would be Nyada Sanje, and that he must to give this text to him. So Pema Sambhava then told the Naga King of Tsunarinchin. So Pema Sambhava has power, he can calling all this any like Nagas, local spirits or God, anyone he can subdue. So he called this Naga King and asked him protect this teaching. He put in the Black Mandala Lake, means like the lake, sea, like kind of small lake. So put in the water somewhere. So that's why it's a Naga King called this protecting this text. Then Pema Sambhava told him, so you have to give this one feature, the Minister Nyama's reincarnation. So Nyada Sanje, the person name is Nyada Sanje. So Pema Sambhava told the Naga King, give it to that person, this text. So Pema Sambhava then left to go to the land of the Rakshas. Pema Sambhava left Tibet then. So when Pema Sambhava left Tibet, it's just flew away. It's no any body because he said he had to go to Raksha land. He had to subdue the Rakshas. He just went left. After more than 350 years, Pema Sambhava gone after 350 years. The incarnation of Minister Nyama was born as the son of a shifter. So when Nyada Sanje was growing up, he felt great compassion. Nyada Sanje has a very strong compassion and wept tears of sorrow when the animal would die. So he is the shifter. Then he have to take care of the animals. So animals die, so he has very strong compassion, and he has, like when animal has sufferings, he also have tears as comes his eye, has very strong compassion to the animals. In order to alleviate his great suffering, Buddha Amitabha appeared to him and gave him this Phowa teaching for the benefit of all sentient beings. And then Buddha Amitabha also appeared to this Nyada Sanje, give the teaching to him. Nyada Sanje then gave Phowa to all the dying animals and offered many different sons up appeared. So first, Nyada Sanje has teaching from Buddha Amitabha. So he directly have a vision of Buddha Amitabha giving him Phowa teaching. So he giving Phowa when animal die. So then he recognized, there has many different signs appeared to when animal die, he do the Phowa. The Naga king then come to Nyada Sanje and told him of the hidden text. So then this Naga king also come to see the Nyada Sanje. Naga king told the Nyada Sanje, they have hidden text. You have to discover that text. And Nyada Sanje took the tail from the Black Mountain Lake and give the teaching to the Nagas. So then he take that hidden text and giving teaching for the Nagas. Through his teachings, many of the Nagas were reborn into a higher life. So before this teaching giving to the human beings, animals, he give animals, and then give it to the Nagas. So Naga is part of animals too. Some, is a powerful animals, beings who live in the ocean, in the lakes, water. So that many different kind of beings is called the Naga. After this, Nyada Sanje give many teachings to human beings through which many reach liberations. Then he started giving to the human beings. Many human beings become reach to liberation. So free from samsara. This transmission of the teaching is heard by the Digong Kajupa. So Nyada Sanje and then giving to this teaching is go to the Phowa lineage. Phowa lineage, Nyada Sanje give to this teaching is Namkha Jamsing. So then Namkha Jamsing giving to Todin Sangha Bandra. Todin Sangha Bandra give to this teaching is Phagu Trimi Lodi. Phagu Trimi Lodi giving to Dorje Sanje. Dorje Sanje giving to Tsumi Martin Senji. So then Tsumi Martin Senji is giving to the Yunzeng Pinso Namja. Is Yunzeng means the tutor. So he is that person is the Digong Kaju, and the tutor means that person teaching to the holiness. I think first holiness is Chesang. So he giving this teaching to him. Then it's become into the Digong Kagyu lineage. So this teaching is Phowa teachings. Then also this teaching, other lineage also has two. So other Nima also has this Nyeda Uzor, sorry, Nyeda Uzor. Yesterday I talked about Nyeda Uzor. That person's come to again. The this one, you know, like Nyeda Sanje. This one called Nyeda Sanje. Nyeda Uzor is yesterday we shared the Bardo teaching. The person. So today is the Nyeda Sanje. So Nyeda Sanje's lineage, Nima also has, Digong Kagyu also has, but become Digong Kagyu lineage, some reasons is more popular. Is everyone practice Digong Kagyu Phowa. So that's it's a history. So now I'm going to share with you the visualization, the refuge and the bodhichitta. So visualization, this is a part of visualization. Then we have to when you practice this Phowa, you have to visualization. In the sky, in front of one, appeared the precious throne of the peacock, on which sits my gracious Ru Lama in the form of Buddha Amitabha. So you can visualize, you have to visualize Buddha Amitabha in front of us. It's also essence of Ru Guru, form is Buddha Amitabha. Then who is the essence of all? Then who is the essence of all Buddhas in the three times? So if you visualize your Ru Guru in front, you have to think about this. Ru Guru, Buddha Amitabha is inseparable. Also, that Ru Guru and Buddha Amitabha has all the three terms of essence of Buddhas. Past Buddha, future Buddha, present Buddhas, or essence. Three terms. Essence of all the Buddhas in the three terms. So he is wearing the three Dharma robes and possess all the major and the minor marks of the Buddha. His two hands are in the Samadhi Mudra, and he is holding the beginning bowl, which is filled with the blessed nectar, sitting in the Vajra position, with the legs radiating up from his body. He is surrounded by all the lineage lamas. So Buddha Amitabha and all the surrounded the lineage lamas. With one pointed mind, take refuge. So we, you know, single pointedly and taking refuge to Buddha Amitabha. And all sentient beings take refuge in our Ru Lama in the form Amitabha as our teacher and guardian. Taking refuge in the Phowa as our rare path to enlightenment. Take refuge in the lineage lamas as our companion on the path. Please bestow upon us your great compassion. So that's we chant the prayers. Same is like that where we think about the Buddha Amitabha, and then we have to chant the bodhichitta prayer. I will practice the precious Phowa teaching in order to enable all sentient beings who have been my mothers in numberless lifetime to attain Buddhahood quickly. With the motivation of aspiring bodhichitta and engaging bodhichitta, one should practice the Phowa, Digong Phowa Chemo. So that's we have to change our intention. Intention is most important when you practice the Phowa. So you have to cultivate, create like good intention. Is I'm going to practice Phowa. Is not thinking about yourself. I want to benefit others, like something like that. You change your mindset. Two things have to go first. Visualize Buddha Amitabha, take refuge to Buddha Amitabha, and then change mindset. our intention change. This practice Phowa is wanted to benefit for others. Then we have to visualize. So one should sit in proper lotus position and think that one body is emptiness. So no, like see, when you practice Phowa, so you must have to align your spine. You cannot like do the practice Phowa like like sitting like this, and or like that, or this kind, or just then your channel is not aligned. Channel must be aligned. When you practice Phowa, channel must align. So that's the reason you have to sit correctly. And the 7-point posture, you have to use that. 7-point posture, if you cannot do everything, it's okay. Just me important is align the spine. That is the most important. Long as you align the spine, then it's okay. Like cross leg, you can, or if you can't, it's okay. So some can cross leg, some is not easy to do that. So you can sit in the chair, no problem. Then the align the spine. So sometimes like we say tongue pushing the behind the teeth and like softly open the mouth. Eye contact is like get down the nose and no closing. So that kind of some required like when we meditate 7-point posture. But this one actually most important is align the spine. Other is okay. Then we have to visualize, see, one's body is emptiness. So in this ordinary body, cannot do the Phowa. Because we have ordinary body means I and self. So solitary form, physical, cannot do the Phowa. That's the reason, first we have to think about our own body is emptiness. Same is like when we practice sadhanas, Om Sobhava Shida, Savadharma Sobhava Shida, means all this phenomena is become emptiness. So then Buddha said, body's form is empty, emptiness is a form is no other than emptiness, emptiness is no other than form. So you look to yourself, I and my self is no exist. Your body also like just not really inherently exist. You have to recognize that. Meditate, before practice Phowa. Then in this emptiness, one arises Varja Yogini. So you have a picture in this. You have the short sadhana. They have Amitabha picture. They have a Varja Yogini picture. They have a center channel. So that's you have to log to that picture, and then first the Varja Yogini. You visualize your bodies become Varja Yogini's body. Arises Varja Yogini, who is red in color, which two faces. So you visualize yourself as Varja Yogini. You have to think about I am become Varja Yogini. So Varja Yogini is Buddha's body, no ordinary form body. Ordinary form body has selfish, self, I. Buddha's body is no selfish, no I. So that's why, long as you visualize Varja Yogini's form body is yourself, then that's also great. Here, then Varja Yogini, who is red in color, so color is red color with two faces. She has two faces. Red color is representative is action compassion. Action compassion. So passionate compassion. So kind of more wrathful way. Her mean face is graceful, looking with 3 eyes. So Varja Yogini, the mean face has 3 eyes. That is represented with the Buddha, seeing the 3 times. Her loosely knotted on top and adorned by a crown of 5 grass skirts. So that's all. Actually, some teachings that explain everything, what this symbolize, meanings. This Vajra Yogini has 5 Dras scores, means like representative 5 wisdom. Her second face, black in color, is the face of a granting soul, is a peg head. That's representative is non-dualistic, non-draw. She has 2 hands, is representative true truth. The right hand is holding a hook knife up to the sky. So holding knife is cut through all the emotions and cut through the thought. So the main point is Buddha means no thought, no emotions, already liberated. So then knife up to the sky, and the left is holding a skull cup filled with blood at the heart. So that is representative, is similar, is like the granting soul. It's also non-dualistic, non-conceptual, not judgmental. On her left shoulder, she carries a Katavanga staff. That is method. It's actually representative Chara Sambara. In the dancing position, with her left leg bent and her right leg stretched out, and standing on a yellow corpse, wearing a necklace of 50 fresh heads. So she standing yellow corpse is subdued the maras. Mara is usually we call death, afflictive emotion Mara, form body Mara, death Mara, and Mara of the desire. So that the 4 Maras is subdued, the representative, the corpse. Wearing a necklace of 50 fresh heads. That's also the 50 mental formation is already transformed to the wisdom. That is lots of details about this when we study Buddha Abhidhamma's teaching. So then you know what means this 50 mental formation means. So main point here is wearing a necklace of 50 fresh heads is the representative is 50 mental formation is transformed to the wisdom. So no thought. Many bone ornaments and a garment of red silk. She is visible, but without substance. She is visible, but without substance. Seeing clearly, seeing is empty, emptiness is seeing. So without substance. Same is the crystal actually. Crystal is you seeing clearly, but seeing through clearly is the crystal also like as a physical, kind of the example is like seeing very clearly, without substance, kind of without substance, seeing clearly. Inside her body is the center channel. So we visualize our form is Vajra Yogini, and then inside our form body, we have to visualize the center channel. Center channel is a hollow, it's inside is empty and strict as a water tree. So blue on the outside and red is inside and transparent like color glass. The upper opening is at the crown of the head and the lower point ends at the sacred place. So lower part is closed in the level of the sacred, and open your crown here is like central channel is open. At the heart point is the red 4-petaled lotus in the center of which sits the essence of the one's consciousness in the form of a red ball the size of a pea. So we visualize the center channel in the heart center here, inside the, inside the Bindu, center channel inside there. So we visualize this consciousness. We have to visualize our consciousness. The consciousness is red 4-petal lotus inside the center channel, in the center of which sits the essence of one's consciousness, is the form of a red ball the size of a pea. So that's the main point is our consciousness, mind. It is a light, because when you say hey, means like easily like going up down, up in the down. That's why it's a light, no heavy. And reverberating, visualize all this clearly. So we visualize that clearly. Our service Vajra Yogini form body, and then visualize inside center channel. Center channel is usually we talk about the 4 characteristics. Outside is blue, inside is red. Then it's very thin, transparent. So then up the center channel is open and the lower center channel is closed. So that means like your consciousness cannot go lower part of the body. So only go through the crown, have to leave the crown. So that's why opening up in the center channel. This Phowa is called the 3 aspects Phowa. So you have to know that 3 aspects Phowa. 3 aspects Phowa means center channel is a part. Visualize the center channel is a part. Consciousness is a passenger. Okay. Buddha Amitabha Pure Land is a destination. So that's called 3 aspects Phowa. Yesterday, Rinpoche shared the Phowa is called Dharmakaya Phowa. This is not Dharmakaya Phowa. Then he shared Sambhonakaya Phowa. This is not Sambhonakaya Phowa. They talk about Namanakaya Phowa. So this also not really Namanakaya Phowa. So this is the called Tamar Dishisumdin Phowa, means the last one, lowest one actually. The lowest amount one means no practitioners. People who has practitioner, means realizers is use Dharmakaya Phowa. They meditate Mahamudra, they don't need this Phowa. Right? This is called Dharmakaya Phowa. People who practice Yadam deity and reach the completion the practice Yadam deity, they use the Sambhonakaya Phowa, they don't need this Phowa. Then some others like visualize, guru, and usually practicing different kind of Yadam deities like Guru Yoga. They use the Phowa is called Namanakaya Phowa, but that we don't. Then that kind of 3 highest level Phowa. So who don't have that practice, who don't have realized Mahamudra, who don't have a practice Yadam deity, realization, who don't have a practice Guru Yoga, then this is the for regular people, for ordinary people use this Phowa. So that's why it's called Tamar Dishisumdin Phowa, means like Tamar means like the lowest Phowa. Dishisumdin means like 3 aspects. So central channel is a part, consciousness is a passenger, destination is Buddha Amitabha Pure Land. But no, right now we're going to practice Phowa. Right now we are in the living part. So Buddha Amitabha is no destination. Okay, so destination means someone died, then the consciousness have to go to Buddha Amitabha Pure Land. That is for do the Phowa when we die. But right now, destinations are in the top of the crown. So consciousness like go up to the crown, and then visualize the Buddha Amitabha in the crown, our crown. So here is like see above the opening in the crown of one's head is Buddha Amitabha, who is the essence of one's own root Lama in Namanakaya form, wearing the three Dharma robes and possessing all the major and the minor marks of the Buddha. He is sitting in Buddha Metteyya position with his big toes placed on the opening at the crown of one's head. So Buddha Amitabha standing in our crown means like Buddha Metteyya posture is like you sit in the chair posture. His like big toe is like almost touching to our crown here. So then your consciousness cannot go more beyond in that. So we do the when we do the Phowa, you know, hey, sometimes 7 times. Okay, hey is go up to 7 times means you visualize in your consciousness in your heart center, red, you know, bindu, size of a pea. So hey, you know, you visualize and going up 7 times, and then last is like go up to in the crown and like little bit come out in the above the crown, touch to the Buddha Amitabha's toe, and then we say ka. Is descended down again to heart. Sometimes we do 7 times. Hey is 7 times. Sometimes we do 5 times. Sometimes we do 3 times. So sometimes only 1 time. That's also depend the individual. More beginners need more hex. Okay, so they usually each time have to do 21 times. Hey, and like 7 times, and then chant prayer again 7 times, then chant prayer again 7 times. So 21 times. 37 times is 21 times, right? Correct? I'm not that good at the number. Okay, so that is the for more beginners does like that when you practice Phowa. If then you can do 5 times, like 15 times. Hey, 5, and chant the prayer. Hey, 5, right? Then chant the prayer. Hey, go up to, you know, 15 times. Hey. So that's the also that's also correct too. 15 times. Sometimes we do 3 times. Hey means 3 times only. So that's also correct too. 3 times like that. Then sometimes like only 1, you know, your consciousness all the way up to crown, touch to Buddha Amitabha. Then descending back to again. It's going all the way up to crown. So that's also you can do 1 time only too. Or is correct. Then you don't have to do the like, you know, like hey, you know, saying truth. Like if you are more familiarity, visualize everything, so you can use mentally going up to, you know, your consciousness up to the crown. So if you practice that often and often, become your crown is opening up. So we practice more often and often, so you recognize that your crown is become open. It's you touch your here is like your push finger here is become very soft. Sometimes pain, and some people itching, like want to do like this, you know. So itching, and then you put in the kush grass, go into the crown. So that's all is a visualization when you practice Phowa. So now I'm going to do the transformation. That is also transformation. That part is called teaching transformation. Now I'm going to do the reading transformation. So you have to visualize what I just told. You have the images, yourself is Vajra Yogini, and then